right, everybody, what is going on? Look, today is my day, and I am I am happy as hell today about these Arrow announcements. That's what we're going to be covering, the Arrow December announcements. I've even got my 3 seashells shirt on to help celebrate. I look, guys, we talked about this on my live stream on Wednesday night. I did not expect it to be Demolition Man. I really didn't expect it to be Demolition Man. I was hoping, like, that's one of the movies that I first thought about when I saw the image. But people convinced me, when we were doing the live stream, it was going to be LA Confidential, or it was going to be, the big one was Dragnet. A lot of people were talking about Dragnet, but it was actually Demolition Man, which we'll get into it, guys. We're gonna talk about everything Arrow video in December. I'm gonna save the best for last, though. We're gonna talk about Demolition Man at the end of the video. But yeah, guys, how are you all doing? I'm doing great today. Like, this is really my year. I feel like we got Twister on 4K. Like, that's a huge movie for me. I love that movie, and I was so happy to get that on 4K. Demolition Man on 4K. It feels like a lot of my childhood favorites are coming out on 4K. I'm here for it, guys. Look, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm sure you guys are busy. It's Friday. You want to get into the weekend, but I had to cover the Arrow video announcements. Before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Leave me your comments down below, guys. What do you think of these announcements? For me, I feel like Arrow has stumbled a bit in 2024, but I don't know if it's because they've actually stumbled or it's because 2023 was such an incredible year for Arrow Video that this year in comparison just kind of feels less than. But I will say they've redeemed themselves for me. Like, with this one announcement, like, this is a dream release. They've redeemed themselves. The month as a whole in December, not the most exciting. Like, if you're not excited for the big title, I get not being excited for this slate. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And another thing we got to talk about, the UK. The UK made out like a bandit this month. Every single title that's coming out in December is coming out in the UK. So you don't have to worry about that. If you're in the UK, you get access to all the titles that we're going to be talking about. And there's only a few, I think 3 titles that are in the US and maybe a couple that's available in Canada. So, all right, let's get into it. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Bam. Bam. Here we go. All right. So the first one, this is a UK exclusive, and that is The Great Escape is getting a limited edition 4K Ultra HD. All right, guys. So I actually had to change websites because for whatever reason, Arrow Video isn't promoting like all the information about these releases. They're not promoting the special features or anything like that. I have no idea why. Like, it's not usually like that. Usually I can get all the information I need off the Arrow Video website. So I had to go find these in alternative places. We got HMV, the website. We've also got Grindhouse for the US releases. And yeah, that's super annoying, though. I had to figure out how to get this information for you guys because I want to make sure you get all the information that you need for this video. So, all right, let's just go ahead and get into The Great Escape. So this is a 4K box set. There is also a Blu-ray option as well to get The Great Escape, but I do have the Kino Lorber 4K. This looks like an incredible box set. I also have the Criterion Blu-ray. I have not watched my Kino 4K yet because I had just watched the Criterion Blu-ray when that came out, and I did buy it because I liked it enough to upgrade, but I still haven't watched that. I doubt I'll get this. This is a UK-only release, by the way. I doubt I'll get this just because, like, I like the movie, but it's like I don't like it enough to triple dip. It is a beautiful box set. If you love this movie, I'm sure you'll be all over it. And since it's Arrow Video, like, I imagine it's probably a better transfer than the Kino Lorber. I don't even know if the Kino Lorber had HDR or Dolby Vision, and this looks like it does. So right away, just based on that, this is probably going to be a better, much better presentation, much better transfer. And of course, you got, Arrow Video doing the authoring to the actual disc. So pretty much a Silence of the Lambs situation right here. Kino put out that 4K. Everybody said the Arrow Video version was so much better. So I'm sure this will be the same way. You got newly restored original lossless mono soundtrack. This is a 3-disc set right here. You got reversible sleeve. You got collector's booklet, fold out double-sided poster. So they spared no expense for The Great Escape. You got disc 2, which is a Blu-ray. That's all the bonus features. Let's see if there's some new stuff here, guys. Yeah, you got a brand new interview brand new appreciation of the film. Maybe I do need this, guys. I can be sold by like new special features, especially if they're pretty extensive, which this one looks like it has some great ones. I wonder how much of the Criterion features will they port over with this one. So you got a few brand new interviews, and then you got a brand new visual essay. Couple of those, it feels like. 2020 interview exploring the career of John Sturges and the making of the film. 2001 four-part documentary exploring the making of the film and the events which inspired it. The Real Virgil Hits 2001 featurette interview former POW David M. Jones. I wonder if this is for the DVD release. The Untold Story 2001 documentary exploring the planning and execution of real-life escape. The Untold Story additional interviews. Return of the Great Escape 1993 featurette exploring the making of the film. So this thing is stacked, guys. But again, I wonder how much of the because I haven't really done a ton of research on this movie and their releases. I wonder if the Kino ported over any of the Criterions. What were the Criterions? So, but I mean, look, even without all those special features from the other releases, like this has plenty of its own special features. With this one, looks like you got a couple of audio commentaries as well. And on disc 3, that's another 4K. And oh my God, guys, you get the Great Escape 2, the Untold Story. And that I think I did hear that the sequel was included, but I did not know that would be in 4K. Like it looks like the Great Escape 2, the Untold Story, is also in 4K in this set. This might be worth it, guys. This might be worth it just to get the sequel. I have not seen the Great Escape 2. Somebody can tell me in the comment section if that movie's worth it or not. But that's actually super freaking cool. Because a lot of times you'll see like a bonus movie. Not a lot of times, it's pretty rare, but like you'll see a bonus movie, but it's not always also in 4K. Like that's pretty damn awesome. So, and I wonder why they didn't promote that. Like, why would they not put that on the cover like both Great Escape films and do like some kind of cool artwork like the Clash of the Titans set that they did a couple of months ago or the Mexico trilogy? Like, why not promote that? You know, because I feel like unless people are really digging into this, they're not going to see that. But that's pretty damn awesome, guys. I got to give it to Arrow for that. Like this, I just started off by saying I might not get this. I might actually get this just because I'm a sucker for new features, and to have the sequel too in 4K, like that's pretty damn awesome. But again, guys, that comes out on December the 2nd. It's up on HMV to pre-order. I imagine it'll be on Diabolic and all the other places right now. It's £29.99 to get that. Now let's shift over to the Good, the Bad, and the Weird limited edition set. This also looks like a box set. And I'll be honest, guys, I do like my Westerns, but I'm not familiar with this Western. And this is a kimchi Western. So I guess it's some kind of Asian Western, which looks cool. I mean, that's look at that cover. That's a pretty sweet cover right there for the Good, the Bad, and the Weird. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie about that. But it's a nice set. Another big box set, it looks like. You got 2 discs in this one. I wonder if you get the sequel too. This comes out on December the 9th. And getting into this description, 1 map, 3 villains, winner takes all. So yeah, guys, I don't know much about this one. I do like my Westerns, though. Let me know in the comment section how good this one is. If I hear enough people saying like great things about this movie, I might just jump into this one and blind buy it. But this one's also £29.99 in the UK. So it'll be, I guess, roughly $35 in the US if you're going to import it over. Let's see. 2 disc limited edition contents, brand new 4K master approved by director Kim Ji-woon. When did this movie come out? Trying to see. Does it have information about that? I can never find what I need. I feel like, guys, I'm in foreign territory right now. Well, it's set in the 1930s. So, but brand new 4K master approved by director, DTS HD 7.1 on both cuts of the film. So you got 2 cuts of the film. Disc 1, 4K Ultra HD, Dolby Vision, HDR10. Includes both the international and Korean versions of the film presented via seamless branching. Okay. Brand new audio commentary by film critic James Marsh and film critic and producer Pierce Conran. Archival audio commentary by director Kim Ji-woon. So there's some good stuff here, guys. You got a disc 2 is the bonus features. So I guess they couldn't fit everything on one disc. Arrow usually fits everything on one disc. There must be a lot of stuff. Well, I guess because it's got the 2 cuts. You got Corralling Chaos in the Desert, new interview with the director. Dusty Dust Ups and Sweaty Saddles, new interview with martial arts coordinator Jung Do Hung. An archival making of films and features. So looks like it's a little lacking on special features, if I'm being honest. But I mean, you got 2 cuts of the movie. So that's pretty good, guys. Let me know if the good, the bad, and the weird. I'll be honest, like when I first saw that, I was like, the good, the bad, the ugly on 4K from Arrow Video, like that would be a that would be a must buy. I like the Kino though, but again, I don't think that has Dolby Vision or HDR, because back in the early days of Kino, they were not putting Dolby Vision or HDR on a lot of their releases. So, but yeah, let me know if you're interested in that one. Let's go ahead and switch over to The Addiction. This is also a 4K coming out from Arrow Video, and I am on Grindhouse Video website right now. And street date is December the 10th for this one. And this is an Abel Ferreira movie, which his movies have been getting a lot of love this year. There was a cinematograph that came out, Dangerous Games, and then there was Bad Lieutenant. So he's doing a lot of 4Ks. I think there's a couple other ones as well. Let's see. And this one's got Lily Taylor in it, Christopher Walken. So it's got a pretty stellar cast. I'll be honest, like I really haven't heard of this movie. Brand new 4K restoration from the original camera negative by Arrow Films. You got Dolby Vision, HDR10. Like Arrow just doesn't disappoint, guys. Like they give you all the bells and whistles. Like when I think about Arrow Video, it's the word professionals just comes to mind. Like they are professionals. They know what they're doing, and you feel like you're in good hands. Like every time I get an Arrow release, like I just know I'm in good hands. So I love Arrow Video, but you got a brand new 4K restoration, audio commentary here, Talking with the Vampires, 2018 documentary about the film. Is this a vampire movie? You got a 2018 interview with Abel Ferreira, 2018 interview with Brad Stevens. So I wonder if this has already been released from Arrow, because you got 2018 interviews and documentaries, and it doesn't look like you have anything new. So I wonder if this is a existing release that they upgraded to 4K and they're just porting over those special features. But yeah, looks like an interesting movie. I'll definitely be getting that from Arrow to talk about with you guys. So I'm excited to get it. There's a pre-order for $34.99 for that. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's see if I can actually pull this off. I might have to cut this one out and then pull it up this way. This is just a mess, guys. Hopefully you guys won't be seeing as much of the mess, but it was a mess to get all this stuff together after I figured out they weren't sharing the special features on their website. What is going on with Arrow Video? All right, we're actually on the Arrow Video website right now for Critters. Are you guys ready for Critters? A 4-course feast. That is what the box set's called. Limited edition Blu-ray. So look, guys, if this was 4K, it'd be a no-brainer. I would buy it. I would 100% buy it. I've got a lot of nostalgia for the first 2 Critters movies. The third one and the fourth one are bad, but I can have fun with those movies. But I do love the first 2 Critters films. And this artwork is just like stellar. Like it really is stellar. The problem is I have the Shout Factory Blu-ray set, and I bought that for like $23. And it's like, I'm fine with that. Like, even though I'm sure these Blu-rays will be a little bit better quality. But again, like if it was 4K and I was upgrading, like this would be a no-brainer. To be honest, like maybe I'll get it still, but I don't know. I don't know about Critters. It's a nice box set. Let's kind of go through it. I'll give you see if I can make this any bigger. I don't know if I can. But it's a nice box set. You got individual artwork, individual cases, it looks like, for all 4 of the Critters films. You got a nice booklet right there. You got postcards. You got, 4 discs going for £55. Now, this is also a UK exclusive, guys. So if you want it in the States, you're going to have to import this. But I just have a hard time with the Blu-ray only for this. Let's see. You got 4 disc limited edition contents, high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentation of all 4 films. See, it's not even saying they have like 4K scans or new 2K scans or anything like that. So I just don't know if this will be any better, like quality wise, than the Shout Factor release that I paid $23 for like 3 years ago. 60-page hardbound collector's book. Well, there's the selling factor, guys. 60-page hardbound collector's book of for critters. Are you kidding me? Shout Factory doesn't have that. Double-sided fold-out poster. Disc 1 Critters. You get a brand new audio commentary by film critics Maddie. I'm not even going to read these names, guys. I'm sorry. Brand new audio commentary. You got 2 archival commentaries. You get They Bite, the Making of the Critters documentary. To be honest, it's going to come down to like, how do the special features compare? I need to go look at my Shout Factory version and make sure it has that Making of Critters documentary. But it really, beyond the brand new audio commentary, doesn't look like it has anything new here. But the important thing to remember, guys, is that if it's being released in the UK and the US has the Critters Blu-ray box set from Shout Factory, then this really isn't for people in the US. You know, because a lot of people will complain, oh, they're re-releasing the same release with Blu-rays. We already have a Blu-ray set. Yes, we do in the States, but the UK doesn't have a Blu-ray set of Critters. They would have to import that Shout Factory release or Scream Factory release. So this is for them to get their own Blu-ray set of Critters. Now, it's up to you to decide, are you good with your Shout Factory, or do you want this Arrow Video set? So you have to remember that, and I try to remember that, you know, when I want my instinct is to get upset, right? I think all of us are, instinct is to get upset. Why didn't they do this in 4K? We've already got a Blu-ray set, you know? That's just not what Arrow did. Do I think it's kind of a missed opportunity? Do I think they would have sold more copies in the US if they would have done that? Maybe in the UK as well? Probably. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe they just didn't think Critters was worth it, because maybe they got the sales data, because the guy that worked for Screen Factory when Critters came out is now working for Arrow Video. Maybe he told them straight up, look, this set did not sell well for us. So we can do one over here, but I wouldn't invest the money to do a 4K. That could have very well happened as well. So there's a lot of things that could have went into that to force them or make them think that they could only do a Blu-ray release to sell it. But brand new audio commentary in this one as well. So by the same people. Archive audio commentaries. You got 2 archive audio commentaries. I love Critters too. I've said this before many times. One of the best Easter horror movies. Like, I always used to like watching this movie on Easter, and if you've seen the movie, you'll know why. But so the main course, the Making of Critters 2. Yeah, I have to see if the Scream Factory edition has all this stuff. Disc 3, Critters 3, brand new audio commentary as well. You get a Making of Critters 3 also. So, I mean, the features really don't look too substantial, at least not enough. Like, I'm not going to buy it for new audio commentaries or anything like that. But I also think a missed opportunity, on Arrow's part, was not getting Leonardo DiCaprio to come back for some kind of an interview of Critters 3. That was definitely a missed opportunity as well. And then you got Critters 4 with also a brand new audio commentary and a making of Critters 4. So I guess they all have making ofs. And I'm assuming those are probably on my Screen Factor release. But that's the Critters set, guys. It looks awesome. Like, this is the individual artwork for all of these. That's a better look at the box set. Critters 2 is awesome. I love Critters 2. I think that's the best one of the franchise, to be honest. And then you got the other Critters and the alternative artwork. Ooh, I always loved that. I remember getting Critters because I rented all the Critters movies when I was a kid at the video store. And I always remember this cover for Critters 4 and just like thinking it was super awesome when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm a Critters fan. I just don't know if I'm a Critters fan enough to spend an additional $50-something or $60 to import a Blu-ray box set. Maybe if it was 4K, but not a Blu-ray set. All right, let's jump over. Something is going on here, guys. All right, let me jump over to the last video store. This is on Grindhouse Video. This is going for $27.99, and I'm not too familiar with this. This comes out on December the 10th. Not too familiar with this movie at all. I don't even know if it's an older movie or if it's a newer movie, but you do have a new audio commentary. You got some new visual essays, a couple of new visual essays. And looks like you got some shorts films as well. 2019 short film by Cody Kennedy and Tim Rutherford. So I think this is a newer film. Let me know if you know anything about The Last Video Store. This is coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video. And I think this is in the States as well. And it's also in the UK. So, I mean, it's worth checking out, you know. You got a new visual essay by film critic Heather Wixon. I already talked about all this, but I saw In Search of Darkness, that horror documentary. Okay. Look, guys, it's time for the main events. All right. It's time for the main event. We're done. We're done screwing around. Okay. We're done screwing around. Let's get into it. I am so ready for this. I've been ready for this my entire life. Hold on just one second. Okay, here it is. The anticipation is killing everybody. Demolition Man. Demolition Man on 4K. This is a dream come true, guys. It truly is a dream come true. Like, I expected Warner Brothers to do this. Just a regular slipcover release. Maybe we get a steel book. And that's all we'd get for Demolition Man. I did not expect Arrow Video, but like, this is a dream release. Like, if I wanted anybody to do Demolition Man, it would be Arrow Video. I think it's perfect for Arrow Video, given what they've done, like, you know, RoboCop and you know, the Warriors last year. I think it just fits in that same kind of vibe. I think action sci-fi, you know, Arrow Video is kind of honed in on and done very well. In addition to horror and, you know, there are other movies that they do, but like Demolition Man. Oh my God, guys, you want to talk about a movie from my childhood. I rewatched this movie on loop. Like, people often ask, Ken, how have you not seen this movie and this movie and this movie and this movie? How'd you not grow up with this? I watched Demolition Man like every day for probably 3 months straight. I love this movie. I love it so much. When I was a kid, guys, I didn't get into Rocky until a little bit later, until my teenage years. I didn't get into Rambo until like maybe 5-6 years ago, when I watched those movies for the first time. My experience with Stallone growing up was Demolition Man, it was Judge Dredd, and it was Daylight. Like, those movies, I loved them. Watched them over and over again, couldn't get enough. But Demolition Man was definitely the head of that pack. And to get a box set of this, like, it's truly a dream. And I know people have been calling for this one since I've started talking about physical media on YouTube. Like, I remember back in the day when I would do my wish list for 4Ks and videos on that and stuff, even back in like 2020, 2021, I would talk about Demolition Man, like how much I wanted it to come to 4K. So this is one I've been wanting for so long. Should have came out last year for the 30th anniversary. But we get it this year. Arrow Video's doing it. I'm over the moon. I'm so excited. $34.99 to pre-order this thing. And for Demolition Man, like, I would probably pay $60 for Demolition Man. Like, I'm so excited. And look, here's the other thing, guys. They're not doing they are doing newly commissioned artwork, but it's not on the box set. The box set has the poster because they were smart enough to recognize that people just want that original poster of Demolition Man because it's too iconic. You got Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes looking into each other's eyes. It's too iconic to not use. So they were smart enough to use that. And this is a 4K, guys, but it does have a Blu-ray version as well. Actually, I think I'm on the freaking Blu-ray version right now. Let me try to bring up the 4K. I'm a mess, guys, I will say. All right, guys, we're just going to have to stay on the, did I find it? Yeah, we're just going to have to stay on the Blu-ray edition because I can't even find a link for the 4K. I'm sure it's there. But you got a brand new 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative by Arrow Films, approved by the director Marco Brambilla. Let's see. So yeah, brand new 4K restoration. Now that's on the Blu-ray. Now I imagine the 4K has got the Dolby Vision. It's got the HDR. I'm sure that it does. In fact, guys, let me double check. I think there's somewhere else that I can look to pull this information because I want to make sure that you guys get the correct information. However long it takes me, I want to make sure you guys get the correct information. New 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative, approved by the director. And yes, this does have Dolby Vision and it has HDR10 on the 4K. And there's also a Blu-ray version as well, which I'm showing off. And I'm just now realizing that the reason it's $34.99 is because I'm looking at the Blu-ray version. If I was looking at the 4K version, then it probably would be $38.99 or $40. Still a good deal, guys. Like I said, I would pay $50 to $60 for a release like this. And look, guys, this is the big thing. This includes both the domestic Taco Bell and international Pizza Hut versions of the film presented via seamless branching. So if you don't know, and I didn't know this until very recently, I'm a huge fan of this movie. I didn't know this until very recently. But Taco Bell won the franchise war. So in the future, Taco Bell is the only restaurant dining option in this world. So I didn't know there was an alternate Canadian cut where they use Pizza Hut in the place of Taco Bell instead. So I'm actually really excited to watch that because I've only seen YouTube videos of that. So that is really cool that you can choose the Pizza Hut option or the Taco Bell option when you're watching Demolition Man on 4K. So very awesome. You got a brand new audio commentary here by director. Okay, so I went over the audio, guys, or I brushed past the audio. You got the DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and Dolby Atmos. You got Dolby Atmos on this. Oh my God. Brand new audio commentary by director. You got a brand new audio commentary by film historian Mike White of the Projection Booth podcast. You got an archival interview with the director. You got a new interview with the production designer. You got a new interview with the stunt coordinator. You got a new interview with special makeup effects artist Chris Briggs. You got a new interview with body effects stunt set coordinator. Look, new visual essay as well, which I'm excited about that. 60-page perfect bound collector's book featuring new writing by film critics Clem Basto, William Bibiani, Priscilla Page, and Martin Peddler. Limited edition packaging featuring newly commissioned artwork. Let's see, you got 6 postcard-sized art cards. You got 3 seashells and Edgar-friendly graffiti stickers, and you got reversible artwork as well with the newly commissioned artwork. So you actually get 3 seashells, guys, in the set, which is super. If you see the stickers down there, that is super awesome. Let me try to zoom in on this, guys. Can you guys see the 3 seashells a little bit better? You get stickers of 3. Now, it would have been cool if they actually put seashells inside. Like, that would have been kind of neat. I don't know how they would have pulled that off, but it would have been kind of neat if they could have done that. But yeah, guys, that's Demolition, man. I'm just excited. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm just excited for this for sure. Now, it does suck they didn't get Wesley Snipes or Sylvester Stallone to come back and talk about the movie. I doubt they could get Sandra, but I feel like if they pressed it, they could have got Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Maybe not. They're probably pretty busy right now. Wesley Snipes might be making a new Blade movie. Who knows? But I don't know. I feel like this should be a movie that they would be willing to come back and talk about for sure. But that's it, guys. Like I went forever in this announcement video, I know, but I had to talk about this stuff and at length. I'm excited. I'm excited for Arrow Video in December. I think there's some good stuff in here for sure. I think there's something for everybody. Really, there's something for everybody. But let me know what you're the most excited for in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.